What are my goals before I die? Perfect genetics. Giving those perfect genetics to my children. And becoming rich. From hard work. Hard work. And hard work. I see bodybuilders like Rich Pania, or however you say his name, trying to get the strongest arms. Do you think I care about that? I do. But do you think it's my main focus? No. My main focus is reaching the highest consciousness I can reach. Making my genetics the strongest genetics. See, I don't care about lifting like tons of weights to look overly buff because I'm insecure about myself. No. I never had really any dreams when I was younger. Most of them were just to become a pizza man. And then as I got older, I realized those things don't make a lot of money, and they're not really that great of a job. I didn't really have... I had dreams, but they weren't possible back then. I lived in a magical wonderland of maybes, and, oh, this would be a good idea, but not reality. Once, about 4 years ago, is when I started getting into reality. But just recently, from my magnetic water, my brain speed, my everything has been increasing. I've done research. I've seen studies of what magnetic water does. One, it kills cancer cells. And I don't mean kills. I mean it makes the cancer cells commit suicide. They die really fast. You de-age. This helps your DNA so well that your hair color actually grows back to its normal color. If you're old and your hair is gray, it will turn black, brown, blonde. It will turn colorful again. It reverses aging. It kills cancer cells. It makes your immune system indestructible almost. Why aren't people doing this? Why? You buy a magnet, you attach it to your water bottle, water container, anything. You can instantly feel it in your head. Instantly. You are more calm. You can think faster. You can stay focused more. If you have ADHD, it's gone. It's a miracle thing that no one is doing. Some people, but not many, because people don't know about it. People don't know much about sun gazing. They don't know about magnetic water. They don't know about higher consciousness. They don't know that words are energy. I've always tried to tell people about these things so they can have a better life. I've always wanted to help people. But people don't want to help themselves. So why should I try? I can encourage people along the way. People are funny creatures. Human beings are hilarious creatures. The more and more you feel like a god. The Romans felt like gods because they were rich and powerful over the Jews. But when you start feeling like a god, your mind is so in tune. It's not angry. It's not overly excited. It's in tuned. It's perfect. You feel perfect. You notice these people constantly saying, oh no, I don't want to try that, or that's nice, or oh, interesting. Comments that mean that they don't care. They heard you out, they don't care, it's over with. No willing to try it, no willing to give it a chance. And that's why they remain in that little bubble of protection and never venturing out. I used to be that way until I started becoming healthier. And over time, I've learned more and more methods of becoming even healthier. And soon, I was born with terrible DNA. I was born with a terrible structure. I was anorexic. I was skinny. I have epilepsy. I was weak. I have funny ears. What's happening now? My facial structure, my ears, my body is all changing. It's hard when you grow up on epilepsy medication. It's hard when you're not able to focus or communicate with anyone growing up because you have constant seizures. It's not easy to live like that. But the healthier you become, the more you improve and the more you recover. You in particular, I'm laughing my dick off when I hear you say that you might do it. You kind of want to do it. You sort of want to do it. Or you can't do it. When I hear people say shit like that and they are perfectly fine, they have no health problems, they're just screwing their body over. They're not taking care of their health. They're not taking care of their brains. They choose anger over happiness. What are you doing? You're screwing yourself. You're not trying. You're giving up your one being that you have, your one body that you are given. You're not using it. You're not using yourself to your full potential. You're going half-ass, and you're not trying. You're working a dead-end job, just living on day by day until you die. For what? Why do you exist if you have no purpose? The way I view human beings is they could die and I wouldn't care. If they weren't, I look up to people who are successful, who are rich, who know what they're doing, they worked hard to get where they are. People like that I like. But people who don't change, they stay the same, they never try to improve, I don't give a flying fuck about them. And I never will. When I see you eating junk food, stuffing your face with fast food, and never caring about your health until it's too late, and you either have diabetes, you have intolerances to certain foods because you ate too much salt, you ate too much processed things, you're dying, and you don't care. And when people like me try to tell you how to improve yourself, you don't care. So why are you alive? Something my mother would say is, everyone has a purpose. What I say to that is, what is it? What's your purpose? What are you on this planet to do? What were you designed? What were you created to accomplish? And you can live forever. When I say forever, I'm saying 200 years. Why do we age? We age because we tell ourselves we're aging. I'll hear from my grandparents, well, that's age, we all age. Or, I'm going to be 25 next year. I look like I'm 17. Why? Because I never lost that childhood aspect of myself. I always kept it. As mature and smart as I get, I never will get rid of the imaginative, creative, strange part of me. Childhood part of me. Never. When I hear someone say, I can't do it because of my family's mean to me, which discourages me. No. You control your reality. If you don't like how your family's treating you, you live in the forest, go out into the forest all day. Don't come back until nightfall. That way, you can meditate, you can hike, you can go far. If there are complications, you figure them out. Not everyone is able to do this. A person with cerebral palsy who can't move their body very well or at all, they can actually help that. It's just in the media, we're given so many things that tell us you need these medications to survive on, or it's not curable. Anything is curable. Anything and everything. And that's a big, broad statement, but it's true. Determination. Not a healthy diet, a healthy life. You don't have just a diet. You don't say, well, I'm going to eat apples on this day, I'm going to eat carrots on this day, and I'm going to make smoothies on this day. No. You make it your lifestyle to try to get healthier every single day and improve yourself. The guy who invented bulletproof coffee is a fucking genius. Why? Because he took nootropics. And nootropics don't automatically just make you smart. Of course you have to read, learn. It just improves your performance. And nootropics are expensive. I don't take any nootropics personally. All I do is drink magnetic water. Before that, I took ALA, alpha lymphomic acid. I sungaze. I do all the things that help my immune system, that help my well-being altogether, and eventually, I will cure my own epilepsy. I will not have it anymore. It will go away. One reason epilepsy gets worse when you're a kid is because parents feed their children the worst foods. They give them Skippy peanut butter, they give them jam, they give them power bars, they give them fruit snacks, especially when mothers give their kids formula. That's just a protein shake that a bodybuilder would drink, and you're just giving it to a baby and relabeling it to baby formula. You are from the start destroying your child's brain. From age 1 to 3, the child is learning everything. It will repeat you. It will. From 1 to 3, their brains are so rapidly developing that what you say, what you do, how you treat them, will shape them. Now, some will be able to counteract this and not act like their family at all. They'll be their complete own selves. Others won't. Child could come home and the parents will fight in front of the 1-year-old. What's that doing? That is programming the 1-year-old's brain for that to be the only reality. And if they see more other sides of the family arguing, fighting, they're going to increase that rate of that being the only reality they know. Then they'll meet friends who will show them other realities of life, of living. But when you program a child from age 1 to 3, they are learning rapidly. And the reason children are so imaginative is because their frontal lobes, prefrontal cortex, is not fully developed. When we drink alcohol, our prefrontal cortex is blocked out completely. That's why we act like children again. When this part of our brain, if you punch the front part of your brain right in this area, you would act like a child again. Because you're just slightly disabling it by hitting it really hard. You're confusing it. I dived into a pool, hit my head on the front part, the prefrontal cortex. Came out really dizzy, really happy, really goofy. It changes you. Kids develop it from birth to age 7 to 8. Once they reach usually age 8, their more logical mind will kick in. Their problem-solving skills there. And don't get me wrong, kids can have problem-solving skills at very young ages, but their judgment, hey, that person doesn't look safe. Hey, that person, that race of people was mean to me. So everyone with that kind of skin color is probably mean. The judgment part of your brain grows. That's almost like why 14-year-olds are extremely immature. It's because their prefrontal cortex grew, and they're just experiencing it a few years after. 6 years after your prefrontal cortex completely grows, you're still learning. You're always still learning, but you're still learning how to fully control it. That's why as you get older and older and older, you see new things, you experience new things, and then you can have better judgment. Some people just don't. Some people don't learn. Never. They stay the same way and never try to change in any possible way. How have I been changing? I've been completely increasing my health. Learning new ways to do it. Always. But there are setbacks, and you get past them. Honestly, if you could give me any patient with any problem, I would use my methods to fix them as much as I possibly could. I was diagnosed with autism when I was younger. I had epilepsy and autism, and mostly it was just ADHD. Very social, very antisocial. Very hyper, very calm. Ups and downs. Nowadays, after drinking magnetic water, two and a half weeks ago is when I found out about this. No ADHD at all. No autism. I can fully control myself while drinking this. And the more of it you drink each day, the stronger, the faster, the more intelligent you will become at a higher rate than just drinking one of these a day. I used to know NLP and know how it's used, but I never put it into effect because I didn't think it would work. I was procrastinating. I didn't ever think I could do it correctly. I thought people would notice me doing it, I'd get in trouble. But then finally, once I started drinking this, I just began using it automatically. I wasn't worried. I was just able to use it. I became a better communicationist with people, if that's the right word. You don't need to go to college to learn a certain skill. You can learn it online. Everything you can learn online now. Hell, half the classes in colleges are online. So what's the difference of just finding an actual teacher on YouTube that can teach you all of that stuff for free, or paying $100 to sit in a room with dim lights that make you tired for 2 hours, and some instructor give you paper and tell you to write certain things out to return it for a nice grade. Good doggy, you get an A+. See, the difference between me and followers, sheep, is that they have lived their entire life by the system. They follow the system. They don't ask questions, and they just follow their masters. This is known as peasant blood. over the years, over the centuries, it's been changed in different things. But it's something apparently you're born with, and certain genes carry on, and you either have royal blood, which is the Romans and God blood. You can have a microscopic amount, and you can be the entrepreneur type, you can be the millionaire type that makes lots of money, or you can be the peasant sheep that follows what everyone else does, never asks questions, and never does their own thing. I am not that person. I'm the entrepreneur. I'm the winner. I'm the succeeder, and I always will be, and I always will improve myself, no matter what challenge. Bye, everyone. Hope this helped someone.